Hey guys, I am joined by Charlie from Warlord, and we are going to talk a bit about Doctor Who.
Yes.
Now, I love Doctor Who.
Yeah. It's nice to have a resident Whovian here as well. I think.
Yeah, I am the resident sci-fi nerd on that
That's
score.
cool. No, that's cool. And we brought along some beautiful miniatures to have a look at today. We keep churning these out like nothing's the matter, and I think it's nice to be able to start showing some of the other Doctors.
Yes,
but I think before we get to the shiny Doctors, it's nice to have a little look at going back over, and picking up some of the the older baddies and things like that. So
yeah, the older baddies are always my favourite.
Yeah,
and you've got some here from my favourite era of Doctor Who.
Awesome.
So
yeah, you'll know a lot more about these than I will. So I just pass them over.
Oh,
and you can pop them under the camera.
Now let's see. This is a Dominator. What do you know about these guys, John?
Now, unfortunately, I'm more of a new age Whovian, so I'm sort of David Tennant onwards, I would say. But so this is something you'll be a lot more familiar with than me.
Yeah,
I know that the aesthetic is really quirky.
Yeah,
and speaking of quirky,
speaking of quirky, yes, of course. Where there's Dominators, you will find Quarks.
Yeah, I know they're so, dare I say, cute, and I think that's, as you look back now, over time, and what the baddies looked like, in comparison to what we see on the show these days. There's a huge difference between what's scary and what's not now. But these guys are they're really cool in that, emphasizing that sort of era of sort of sci-fi as it was then.
Well, let's take another quick look. Can you pass the other guys?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. So there's,
there's the Dominator.
A couple of Dominators, and then 3 of the Quark robots.
Yeah. Problem is the Dominators are supposed to be about 2 meters tall each, so it's difficult to get them all under the camera right now. Yeah,
they are big chaps as well.
And as you can see, these guys come from the second Doctor's era.
That's your prime for Doctor Who, isn't it?
I love Patrick Troughton as the Doctor. The Cosmic Space Hobo is the greatest Doctor ever. Yeah. And I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Yeah, but not much.
The intention is obviously over the period of us working with the BBC, we will endeavour to trot out every single Doctor at least once, if not with some multiple sculpts and stuff, which sort of brings us on nicely.
Oh yes, it does indeed.
Our friend Mr. Smith, sort of impersonated by Matt Smith, isn't it? And
let's see. Indeed.
Probably my favourite Doctor, I think, from the New Age. Yeah, just because he's different. He was very quirky in his own right. He wasn't. Obviously, David Tennant was great, and brought that sort of Shakespearean experience that he's got to Doctor Who. But I think Matt Smith brought just something completely new. And very sort of quirky, hipster almost, but not quite. And he's my favourite Doctor.
Now, you say he brought something very new. I love Matt Smith as the Doctor because he is very similar to the second Doctor.
Yeah, of course.
He gives the impression of going around bumbling and making mistakes. Yeah. But in the end, you'll find out it was
all a master plan.
Yeah. Kind of like the seventh Doctor as well.
But it's nice to see other actors reimagine those Doctors of the past as well, isn't it?
And bring in those elements into the new character.
And the idea is with the sculpts, they do, or we certainly feel, really capture the character of the Doctor and their companions.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's difficult. It's different for Warlord to be doing something that's very true scale rather than where you look at Bolt Action, where the models are very heroic scale, a bit bulkier than maybe a normal human being would be. Whereas the Doctor Who range is meant to be very much a true scaled down version of the actual characters.
I'm surprised at the weight of them, actually. Yeah. They're a lot larger than I thought they would be.
They are, and so they do stand a little bit taller as well than some of your 28mm figures, just because they're meant to look that more sort of real life in terms of their scaling.
You mentioned some of the companions, and we, of course, the Doctor has lots of companions.
And I'm going to have to jump the gun and put forward my favourite companion.
Please do.
Because Amy
Pond.
Not embarrassed to admit, I definitely had a bit of a crush on Amy Pond. So, yeah.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Especially in that police... in that
of course, yeah. And she was a great addition to the companions for the Doctor, I think, as well.
She was fun. She was a very fun companion.
She was, yeah. She was his sort of... I wouldn't say Jiminy Cricket, but she very much sort of brought the reason to the Doctor. That level, almost level-headedness.
Yeah, she wasn't afraid to talk him down.
Exactly right, yes. Yeah.
But make sure... my personal favourite line in it is actually from the Neil Gaiman episode, where his TARDIS comes to life.
And
the sarcasm from Amy is brilliant, where he's just like, it's my TARDIS, and she's alive. Did you wish really, really hard?
Well, and you can't obviously have Miss Bond without good old Rory.
Yeah. And I just want to take a second here to say, how well are these painted?
Oh, yeah. Kirsten has a passion for painting these
look at that
Doctor Who figures. And as an in-house painter, I think she's worth their weight in gold. These are just absolutely stunning. To get that check on the hoodies, and
even the shading on his nursing scrubs.
Yeah, of course the nursing scrubs, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, I am in awe and very, very jealous.
And she'll be very flattered. She's a very humble person, Kirsten. So I think it's worth obviously doing the.
Sorry, just one second. I want to say one more thing about these three. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how they appear in the first season, in the first episode of The Doctor. Is that something we're going to see? Will we be seeing alternate versions of the Doctor?
Definitely, but I'm really hopeful we're going to get Rory the Roaming. How can we not do that?
Yes.
The first miniatures Warlord made were Roman legionaries.
Of course!
That's 10 years ago now.
Can we use him in Hail Caesar?
I hope so, especially as Rory the Roman.
That would be brilliant.
So it's nice because there's so much character as a TV series. It's just full of so many different types of characters, and I think we talked about the sculpt sort of impersonating that characteristic. With Amy with her hands on her sort of hips, almost doing that dressing down of the Doctor, saying, come on, what are you talking about?
Yes,
it's great. And then Rory's quite subservient there.
He's a bit more unsure. He's a bit more unsure. Back in the days when he died every episode.
Exactly, yeah. And he was a bit more sort of meek at the start, wasn't he? Rather than as he came into his own as the series sort of went on with Matt Smith. So it's nice to see them sort of really encompass these characters. But I think we've got 2 sculpts for Matt Smith now.
Oh yes.
So there will be multiples as time goes on, and we get to play around with the different characters.
Brilliant.
It's just getting the BBC to keep up with our desire to just pump out miniatures.
That is the problem with something like this. You just want to throw it all out there as soon as possible.
Definitely.
And we've got 2 more that we have to
look
for in this Doctor set.
It's a full 5-figure set. And you've got Miss Song.
River Song.
Given a full-on action pose there as well.
Yeah. River Song, when she first came into the series, I absolutely loved her.
Yes, yeah.
In fact, Silence in the Library, when she first appeared alongside Tennant. That is one of my favourite stories.
I think there's always that. I like the mystery around River Song as well. There was always that, we didn't really know, and it was. I did enjoy that as a plot hook that went through from Doctor to Doctor. It's been great.
Yeah, if you haven't watched them, I would thoroughly recommend it. But it gets weird.
It gets
weird.
It's Doctor Who.
Yeah. And alongside her, of course, there is the last of the 11th Doctor's companions.
Yeah.
Clara Oswald.
And again, lovely, delicate sculpt.
Oh yeah.
And the paintwork, as I know you've pointed out already, but it's just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. The flowers on the dress.
It's just awesome. So they're all single piece miniatures when they come. So dead easy, pop out the box, get a bit of primer on them, and then take your time. It's something, I think, with the Doctor Who range, it's something, it's a labour of love.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you do take your time over. You really pick out those details, and it's a good opportunity to really push yourself with your painting skills.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't know. The good thing about the Quarks, if I can go back to them just very quickly, is, you know, the running joke about the second Doctor's villains is they were all made of tinfoil and cardboard boxes. So
definitely.
Maybe I could paint that.
I think I could manage a Quark. You know?
Yeah.
Keeping up with this Rory is something else.
Let's just show that off again because, oh my word.
Yeah, it is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
I'm just gonna bring in the rest of that set very quickly.
Can we get them all in? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can.
I think the Doctor's got to go front line and centre somewhere as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Let's see.
There he is.
There they all are.
Yeah.
And it looks like something's about to go terribly wrong.
It does look like something's about to go terribly wrong. Poor Rory. Yeah. So that's so just a taste of some of the new releases. We've got generally something coming out every month for Doctor Who. Regularly sort of adding to that sort of core game, so giving you the opportunity to play with different Doctors, to play with the different enemies and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a lovely range to have, and it really gives us something different rather than just the rest of a normal sort of 20mm heroic scale or historical models. We've got something that's got a lovely background to it, and you know, such an incredible license.
Yeah, the great thing about Doctor Who is you really can do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You want Cybermen to be taking over Moby Dick? That's fine. That's in there.
Well, touch wood, it's something we can hopefully bring into the likes of Bolt Action. You know, the Ironsides.
Oh, yes.
And Rory the Roman. You know why? You know,
why
as you
not?
mentioned, Hail Caesar. You know, the Doctor could go anywhere.
Yeah.
So you know, hopefully one day.
Yeah. Always, what was it? She always hated wise men in stories because they always turned out to be the Doctor. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll be getting on here. I can't wait to see what else is on the way from Doctor Who. And since this is, of course, a time travel one, we'll see you earlier.
Cheers.